only single that you have over the past couple of years? Do you have anything else where this is what you've been working on?
Well, I mean, I've just been dropping singles. I did the Born to Love You record. I did.
Okay.
I started a movie called Martin, Malcolm and Me, where I played Malcolm X, and I did the closing title song, which was a remake of Sam Cooke's "A Change Gonna Come."
Okay.
And interestingly enough, I was born to love. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was born in a little tent. Born to Love You is kind of reminiscent of that song, and that I was born to love. You'll hear that when you play that.
Okay. That's what's up. All right, we about to jump to it right now. Let's get inside and move the crowd real quick here on the radio show. Let's go.
Yeah. Get closer to your speakers. Yeah. It's time for the radio show. Move the crowd.
That's right, y'all. Inside and move the crowd right about now. Pop-up styles, the radio show, make it happen for you every now and then. What we're doing today, pop-up interview. Joining us now, man. Myself, Brett 11X, the Human, Chandelier, making it happen for you. We got R&B legend, man, my man Tony Terry in the building. Tony, what's going on, man? How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
Oh, we doing good. How you doing, man?
When I hear the word legend, I'm like, who are we talking about? Who else is here?
Well, hey, we talking about you, man. We talking about you. You a legend, man, at this, man.
I receive it, man. I receive it. And to God be the glory, man.
Exactly, man. OG in this game here, man. So what's going on with Tony Terry these days?
Oh man, I literally just got home. I'm doing an episode of Unsung. So I just got off the phone for 3 hours doing an interview with the Unsung producers. But I've been traveling, working, man. I was in Birmingham this weekend and Panama City, Florida last night. And, God is good. Throughout the pandemic, I've been able to work the whole time, man.
Tony, did you drop off there?
Are we good?
We're good now. Go ahead.
I started doing lives on my Facebook page, which I had never done before, and I started doing them every Tuesday, and I was consistent with doing them every Tuesday, and that resulted in me pretty much staying busy. I was getting called for virtual things, private events and social distance gigs. So I worked throughout the pandemic when some of my peers were, had gotten out of the music business completely, and looking for other things to do to provide for their families. And I think that I've been really blessed in that, being willing to give. The universe blessed me in giving back, providing what I needed to take care of my family, because I was willing to give for free, just as a service. Music is a universal language. We listen to music when we're happy. We listen to music when we're sad. There's every event in our lives usually incorporates music to some degree. And so I started doing these lives, and I was getting responses, from people that were saying, the tragedy had struck their family, or that someone had passed away with COVID, or someone was sick with COVID, and people began to look forward to me doing these lives on Tuesdays. So I realized it was something bigger than me.
Right.
It was a service that that I was providing, that even if it was just an hour of a distraction from worrying about how bills were going to get paid, or what was going on in your life, for 1 hour, I was able to distract people from that, and that was a blessing for me, and for people to receive it in a way that made them feel like I was providing something that they needed. I wish I could take the credit for it, but again, I have to say, to God be the glory, because he gave me this gift, and I'm not foolish enough to think that it had anything to do with me.
That's what's up. I understand. Now you've been blessed enough to be able to do a lot of shows and things. And I see you touring around the country and everything since COVID. So how has Tony Terry been going differently since COVID? How have you had to adjust doing your shows and everything, your stage shows, your touring, everything in general? How has Tony Terry adjusted since then?
Well, I definitely wear my mask. I definitely keep that going, and I encourage people, to do so as well. I haven't had the second shot yet, but I have had the first shot, and I clearly I think that if it's important, some people believe that they should get the shot. Some people believe that they shouldn't, and I'm saying whatever you believe, you have the right to believe. But I would encourage to protect yourself, whether you get the shot or not, just to be diligent, making sure that your face is covered and that you protect yourself, keep your hands clean. And if you're not going to get the shot, just make sure that you are not in places where you can possibly spread the virus or that you can possibly receive the virus, just kind of keep a low profile.
That's what's up. Has that been a hindrance to you not getting that third shot? I mean, the second shot, has there been any problems or anything for you getting gigs or anything? Because out here, no. I can't even get into a restaurant or a club or something without having both shots here in LA. So I don't know. I mean, has there been any problems with you in regards to that?
Not yet, but I'm going on the Tom Joyner Fantastic Voyage cruise next week.
Okay.
And they want everybody to have had the shots and to have had a test before we get on the boat. And so I've scheduled myself to have the second shot this week, but I still have to have another test prior to getting on the boat. But I haven't had any problems because, whenever I take a gig that would, they would either insist that we had the shot or have proof of having taken the test within 48 hours of showing up at the venue. So I've just been making sure that I would take the test before I show up at the venue and make sure that everybody in my band is taking the test and that, we're healthy. I mean, I'm very health conscious. So,
right.
Being on top of that, has been very important. I just have been really, really busy. I mean, I've had, my mom passed recently and that almost took me out the game. It really did, because I wasn't expecting it. And the result of that, the stress of that, my mom was not only my biggest supporter, I mean, absolutely my biggest supporter, but she was also my very best friend. And the stress of losing her the way we did, which was suddenly and unexpectedly, I lost my voice. I couldn't sing. Wow. I couldn't sing at all. And that was...
Tony, hit that button again on your phone.
So not being able to sing you would have to understand, it was pretty stressful.
Yeah, but I can imagine.
My voice came back, and I'm really happy about that. I had kind of taken a little bit of time off, and I did a show in Birmingham this weekend and received a standing ovation. So that felt indescribable.
Was that the first show you've done since you got your voice back? Was that the first show, or?
Well, my voice had gotten so bad that I had to lip sync a couple of shows. And that's not something that I would do because I'm a singer.
Right.
And, and I would scoff at somebody who was lip syncing, but I was booked. I had to work and I couldn't not do the gig. So I had to do what I had to do. But I'm so thankful that my voice came back. I'm able to sing. I'm sounding good.
That's good.
Feeling good. I'm back in the saddle. I'm back recording. And I'm excited about the new music that we are working on right now. That's going to be coming really soon.
Okay, that's good, man. That's what's up. Now we got Tony Terry. He's online with us right now. Here, Move the Crowd here in the radio show Dundee, and we got Brett 11 next to Human Chandelier. We're making it happen for you, pop up style here on Clubhouse. If you want to holler at Tony Terry, feel free to jump in that Clubhouse room. Come on up, pop up interview with Tony Terry and music reviews is the title. So come on up to the stage. We'll talk to you. Also at IG. Keyword DA Radio Show. You can talk to Tony Terry right there as well. We got him here just a few more moments or so. Brett 11 next to Human Chandelier. Go ahead and talk to him, sweetheart.
I have a question for you. Is there anything that that has happened in your career that you regret doing, and or is there anything that you felt like you could have done different? What advice do you have for people out here trying to get into the industry doing what you're doing?
Oh, that's a good question. The music business is completely different than it was when I started. Now, you can produce your own music at home and release your own music. You can be your own everything. And back then, you kind of needed the machine of a major record company. But now that we have the internet, we have access to the world, just like any record company would have. And, I would just suggest to people, it's business. And if you're gonna jump into business, then it would behoove you to maybe take some business courses, really, so you understand what this is that you're getting. The show part is the smallest part. The business part is the largest part of what we do, and people don't really understand what it takes to get to the stage or to get your record done and to get it out and to get it to the world. There's a process that happens, and when you're in the studio, everything sounds like a hit record.
Right.
Right.
But when you get it out into the world, and and there are literally thousands of other artists who are putting out new music every week. Well, what makes your music break through? And oftentimes that comes down to capital, money.
Of course.
And being able to break through. I would say make sure you sign your own checks. In the very beginning, I signed away some rights to some of my music that I wasn't aware that I was signing away, because the way that it was presented to me was that the people that I was working with presented as if they cared for me like family.
Right.
But they were literally robbing me. And so I don't trust anybody in this business. And I would say that, if you have people in your life that you do trust, make sure that you have them with you, or somebody that knows more than you know.
Right.
With you, taking care of business. And as it relates to females in this business, I would strongly suggest considering doing something else.
Really?
Because women, especially young ladies in this entertainment game, get used up, chewed up, and spit out, and on to the next one so often that it happens so frequently that it would blow your mind if you had an idea. But, I think that sometimes people want the success so bad that they'll be willing to do anything to get it. And I would not suggest, for example, that a young lady be in a situation where she's the only young lady in a room with a room full of guys in this music business. I just wouldn't suggest it. And if I were going to give advice to a young lady who could write, I would say that's what you should focus on, writing, because
hold on, Tony, you're hold on, Tony, you froze. Hold on, Tony, can you hear me?
So many women get taken.
Oh, Tony, can you hear me? Tony, yes. You froze for a second. Go ahead and repeat what you just said from about a line. You're okay now. You had froze for just a second. Go ahead and repeat what you just said a little bit.
I was just saying that so many young women get taken all the way to the door of success by someone who says that they can take them, to the top or what have you. And then they never make it. And then, they find themselves having some kind of mental issues or whatever because they were taken advantage of, and it happens so frequently, that situation that was happening with R. Kelly, dare I say,
right,
with young ladies who were willing to do anything, and their families who were willing to do anything to see that their young girls were successful. You might not want to be willing to do anything. There has to be a limit to what you would do. I certainly wouldn't sell out my daughter. I certainly wouldn't send my daughter off by herself to a situation that I know nothing about.
Yeah, I've been really skeptical about that situation, man. I'm thinking that I mean, I don't know. I know it's not going to be a popular opinion on people, but I somehow think that's kind of was a two-way street with him in that. I don't think he did that on his own. I think some of the girls volunteered to be in some of that situation. I know that's a popular answer, but you know,
he didn't do it on his. He didn't do it on his own. But as the parent of the daughter of the girl, you know, I mean, no, he didn't do it on his own to find the people. Right. But being willing to accept money, you know, to be quiet or to let some things happen that you normally wouldn't happen. That's kind of out there, you know. And I would just say, make sure that you're protected, make sure that you're covered, make sure that you're with people, that you have people that care about you and does not want to see something bad happen to you, because it happens so often.
Right.
And I would venture to say that it happens every day.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been in different situations, but you know, I have morals, so I can't really follow what people are doing. For example, I'm not going to say any names. I know someone that worked at another station maybe 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and I was doing a couple different events, and they told me to, I guess, sit on the floor in their office. And I'm just like, why are we sitting on the floor? And he's telling me, like, look, like, if you do X, Y, and Z, like, I could play your music. And I just laugh. Like, I don't care about you playing my music. Like, like that's funny. Okay, well, you know what? That's good. I want to go home. So attitude,
but the next young lady would say, okay.
Right. Say okay. But this same person, you guys, the same person I heard is on another station right now. And I heard them talking about R. Kelly and what R. Kelly did. And I was like, if I was messy, like, I can get out there and say, well, why are you talking about R. Kelly when I was young, when you met me years ago, and you tried to bribe me with what you can do for me? But I have a lot of people around me, and I know, like, that's not the route to go. And at the end of the day, you know, mentally, that's not going to work. Like, do not sell yourself out, you know? Exactly. So, but everybody doesn't feel that way. Everybody can't be in a room full of men without, you know, thinking, oh, like, he has a lot of money, he can do this for me. Like, I don't need you to do for me. I produce all my music and everything. I don't need you to produce me. I don't need you to record me. I don't need you to film my video. I do all that myself.
Right. You know, and you know, if you're a person who, let's say, partakes in weed or smoking or whatever, if I was a female, I would never, ever be in a room smoking weed with a room full of guys.
Right.
One, you don't know what you're smoking.
Exactly.
You don't know what somebody's handing you. And two, I just wouldn't want, you know, a young lady to develop the kind of reputation that it's okay if that you do that, but do it in the privacy of your own space where, you know, it's just you and it's not public knowledge. And, you know, you're not putting yourself in a vulnerable position by being in a situation where something could happen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
This is all
That is all true, man. We got Tony Terry in the building. He's making it happen right now inside of Move the Crowd here on the radio show. Dundee, Britt, 11X, the Human Chandelier, making it happen for you. Now, Tony, we're going to pivot from that to what you're doing now. Now, you doing... Okay, yeah, I see you're frozen now. Okay, yeah, I don't know. That must be that internet connection. But we're going to see. You unfrozen now? Okay, there we go.
Well, you froze too. We were both frozen.
Yeah, we both frozen. We were both... It's all good, man. We making it happen for you.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, oh man. Yeah, well, you know, I guess we're buffering or probably my internet connection seems to maybe not be as good right now. Maybe something's going on internet wise on my end. I'm gonna take the fall for it. But okay. You good? Okay.
Yes.
So you pivoting now, man. So we pivoting over now to this technology thing, man. Since you said you've had to up your game up as far as learning about the music industry, the new music industry now, and now you've upped your game up. Now you're doing Facebook Live shows, and when you dropped For You years ago, I bet you never thought that you'd be doing a Facebook Live show in 2021, right?
Nah, you know what? And then I had to learn how to do that because at first, you know, I had to make sure the sound was right. So I had to figure out how to do this and do broadcast, have broadcast quality sound. And it took me about 3 months to figure it out. But once I figured it out, you know, I was off and running. So, you know, as I said, I get a lot of calls to do virtual things. And now that I have my setup, that I can do a virtual concert and it sounds, really good, and it's coming through nice processing and sounds broadcast quality. I'll take on the gig now. There was a time though I wasn't so sure that I would do a virtual gig, but now I do. I do it right.
So you doing those outside of in your house, right, or garage or whatever? Are you doing it at your own place, or are you doing it somewhere else? Oh, hit that button again. Hit the button on your phone.
I think he's froze.
Yeah, I think you can hear me now. Okay.
Yeah, we keep freezing at the same time. You're freezing and I'm freezing.
Yeah, I see it now. So are you doing the those events at your house? Or you going or your garage or something?
No, I do them. What I do is I set up a mood. I set up a little set in my one of my rooms, and I make it look nice, and I got the lighting and set up a nice vibe.
Yeah.
And hit it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and you do that every Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I stopped doing them. I stopped doing them. I did them for a year straight.
Okay.
And I stopped doing them. It kind of right when my mother passed away, because I just needed to take a break, take some Tony time and pull myself together from that, because that was such devastating.
Right, I understand, man. My condolences go out to you and your family, man, in regards to your mom. Really
Thank
do.
you. I appreciate that.
For sure. Well, let's. There's no easier way to segue for that.
We've been rolling this new music, and I'm always creating, and I'm always, I like to work with young, hungry, up and coming producers that really want to make a mark, and want to make a difference. And I sing the way that I sing, so
right.
When it comes down to it, it's about how we process. What kind of how we're treating the vocals, what kind of production we're going to put around these vocals. Charlie Wilson kind of nailed it.
Yeah, he did.
He's still Charlie Wilson, but he's been working with these young producers that kind of that has taken his sound and made it forward, taking the sound forward, and he's killing the game right now. So.
Right, he sure is. Shout out to Charlie Wilson, man, killing the game for sure. Now this record, I'm gonna go ahead and play this record real quick here. This is the new one by you. So this is by one of those young producers you was working with, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Actually, the young man that produced the song, that wrote the song, is a rapper that did not know that he could sing.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
we pulled that out of him, and then now his confidence is up as a singer. And he wrote this song, and I was like, yo, I recorded it and then sat on it for about a year. Because I thought, yeah. And then I went back to it and said, I think I might have slept on something. So this is it, Born to Love.
Okay, we're gonna play Born to Love You, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do Born to Love You right now. Now you didn't have any problems, having problems with the young sound. Be like, I think I need to go and change some stuff around and kind of take it back a little bit. Did you totally immerse yourself into the new sound and the new thing?
Well, what I didn't do was try to sound. I wasn't trying to do something that and a fit in a lane that I wasn't in.
Right.
I did what I do, and we dressed the song around it, so it sounds kind of retro. It sounds kind of new. It's a little bit of both of it. So hopefully, your listeners will respond positively to it, and maybe want to support the record and hear it again a couple of times. All
right, man. Let's check this out right now, man. Born to Love You, right?
Yeah.
All right, man. It's Born to Love You. Let's make it happen. Strictly independent hip hop and R&B music, y'all. It's the radio show.
Indie artist. We are the #1 source for independent music.
I'm a beast. Oh my God.
The radio show.
Tony Terry, Born to Love You right there. Born to Love You, Tony Terry. Making it happen right there on the radio show. Dundee, Brett 11X, the Human Chandelier, making it happen for you. Round of applause there for Tony Terry.
Yes, sir.
Making it happen for you tonight, man. So that record now, that was, is there a rap version of that, or is that's the only version you have of that record?
Well, I have another version of it. It's not a rap version. It's actually a less. It's just kind of pulled back a little bit. It's not so driving, you know.
Okay.
We did the remix. I'm from DC, so you know.
Go-go, huh? Sound like the go-go.
A little go-go thing. Put a little go-go touch on it.
Okay.
You know, I like it. I like it. But you can hear the similarity when I go, I was born by the river.
Yeah.
I was born to love you.
Little Sam Cooke there.
You know, kind of took that little Sam Cookish thing to kind of give it a little throwback, you know, in terms of some of my older audience, some of my older fans could latch onto it. At least that familiarity, that thing that it reminds me of something, you know, and then, you know, but presented in a way that some of the newer fans, or hopefully would garner some newer fans with the drive and with the beat.
Okay, that's what's up. Now that's gonna be on an upcoming project, or that's gonna be on an
upcoming album. I'm gonna drop another single that I'm tightening up right now, and then we're gonna drop an album. And I'm also working on an inspirational album. It would be my second kind of gospel / inspirational album. And people wonder, like, you know, how you gonna be, you know, sending mixed messages? You know, well, I sing love songs. Right. You know, gospel is rooted in love. You know, I'm not really venturing away from what I do. I love country songs. I trained classically, so I'm a musician. I never pigeonholed myself as an R&B balladeer. The industry did that. Right. And so, but I still like to express myself however I choose to, as long as I execute it, you know, sincerely. You know, I ain't trying to play with it. Right, exactly. We do it with real intent and with a real reason. Like on this new project, I do have a country song called "Your Love Is My Habit." Nice. And you know, it's a bona fide country song, but it works for me. Right. And you know, just like the song "Tennessee Whiskey," you know, I don't believe the guy that wrote that song has any idea how big that song is on the urban side of things. Because every time I perform it, it's one of the highlights of my show. Really? Like, Black people love that song. Wow. I don't know why, but they love it.
Because their vocals are flawless. That's why.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you ever thought about doing a country album?
Yeah, actually, there's a performance of me doing that on YouTube as well. I'm actually looking at doing the song "Your Love Is My Habit" with Jason Aldean, one of the biggest country artists out right now. So okay, we'll see how that pans out.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Brett, you got anything for him? Go ahead.
Honestly, I just want to congratulate him on everything he's doing right now. You mean a lot to the community. You were the one that made people fall in love. You were the song at their wedding. I mean, you were the reason a lot of people got into relationships. Like, they don't, you know, playing "When I'm With You."
Yeah. Oh, you got it too. I hear you, sis. I got it. You know, yesterday I was in Panama City for a couple that has been together for 22 years, and he actually booked her with that song "When I'm With You," and so they had their vow renewal on the beach in Panama City, and she had no idea that I was. Absolutely no one knew that I was there except the groom. And so he was setting it up like he was going to sing it to her. And of course, he can't sing no. And so he started singing the song. And then I was like, hold up, player. I can't let you do that to my song, especially if I'm here. You know, she turned around and just started bawling, you know, just sang the song to them on the beach, and it was just such a beautiful setting, a beautiful situation. And I don't take those situations for granted. And I really wish, honestly, and it might sound corny, but I really wish that I could take the credit for it. I have to say, to God be the glory, because, I was just chosen to sing the song. I could not have imagined that it would have had the kind of impact on the world that it had and still has, because children listen to children. Like, I got young fans that love that song. And
yes.
I've had people asking me to sing that song at a funeral.
At a funeral? Wow.
Really?
Wow.
But their check cleared.
Oh, the check. Well, when I'm with you.
What you want me to say?
Hey, hey, if you can't do it, if the check cleared, you can't do it, you busy, call me. All right, call me. I got you.
Call both of us.
Exactly, call both of us. We'll harmonize. I can't sing, but I can fake it till I make it. It's all good. I heard that, man. Hey, Tony, so I got two more for you, and I'm gonna let you go on this right here. But one thing that would make me track you down is I actually saw you on Clubhouse, the app. Okay. So I was wondering how you got into getting into Clubhouse, because a lot of older folks they're not messing with it, but you were in depth with it. So how did you find out about Clubhouse, the app, and how are you using that as far as helping you with your career, man?
I'm trying to stay in the game, and
right.
like when technology is coming, it's happening.
Right.
And it evolves every few months. And, it's something different, and it's something different. And if you're not, on top of it or following the trends, you'll get left behind really quickly. And, I'm not trying to be left behind in this game. I still feel like the best is yet to come. So I have a lot of really great people around me on my team that just kind of keeps me up on what's going on. And, I just try to stay involved. I'll just try to stay participating in what's happening. I mean, it's a different kind of game than it was when I started. Mm-hmm. So I can't do the same thing the same way, because it doesn't work.
Right.
So you got to go with what it is, or you'll be left behind. And your boy ain't trying to be left behind.
I heard that. I heard that, definitely. Don't fall behind, man. Yeah, keep up with all this, man. You doing a fantastic job with it, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. I got one more for you, man. This is gonna be totally off the cuff, but we got a subject on our show that we do every week called Love and Lust, right? Okay. Now I was doing some research on you on YouTube, and I noticed you was on someone else's show. I'm not gonna say the name of the show, but you was on someone else's show, and on that show, you was talking about going to the strip club with your wife and all that. Mm-hmm. So I want you to speak on that, because that's going to be an upcoming Love and Lust question that we have coming up here on the radio show. And I won't have you here for that. But since you actually was talking about it, I don't know if you remember talking about it on that show, but
I do remember.
I want you to expand on that it is okay for a man, even though he's married, to go to the strip club and even go to the strip club with his wife. Can you expand on that and why you feel it's okay? Because I know I'm going to get some feedback on it when we do it in a couple of weeks.
Well, the thing is, it's not that, like, the strip club is not something that I do regularly.
Right, of course.
But, I have gone, and certainly before I got married, I probably went more than I do now that I am married.
Of course.
I've been married for 15 years. But, listen, if some of my boys and they're going with their girl or their wives, and we're going to the club, and going to a strip club or to a gentleman's club, because we ain't going to no hole in the wall.
Absolutely.
And so, I think it's cool to take my wife, because one, I don't want to exclude her, and then two, something might happen. After we get back to the house.
Exactly. Exactly. There we go. I got you. I see you.
So I don't really have a problem with it, and my wife, she didn't either. She doesn't, and I wouldn't want to exclude her if she says, "Well, I want to go."
Yeah.
Well, come on,
yeah. If she want to go, go ahead and go.
Yeah, come on.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. Tony Terry in the building, man. Tony, man, I'll let you, here's the $1 million question, but since you up on technology, it's real easy for you. Tell everybody what I like and follow you and find you real quick.
No, I'm all over the place, man. You can still hit me up on IG, on Twitter at Mr. Tony Terry, of course on my Facebook page at Tony Terry. And then if you're interested in following Tony Terry Tuesday, there's a Tony Terry Tuesday page, which will probably going to get it back going probably over the Thanksgiving holidays. I'm going to get it. The Tony Terry Tuesday started back up. I took some time off to just get myself back together and just grieve my mom and just be okay and, not have my business out in the social media world. Because, everything don't have to be on social media.
Of course.
Everything you're going through don't have to be on social media. There's some things that you just want to keep private and keep personal. And I chose to keep my time and my experience of dealing with my mourning private. And so now that, I'm feeling a little bit better and more confident and knowing that my mom is with me, I'm ready to get back in the saddle and start sharing music again.
Yeah, she'll always be with you, man. Yes, indeed. She is always with you, man.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Tony Terry in the building, man. Tony Terry for sure, man.
And I thank you so much for having me, man. It's been a pleasure.
Always been a pleasure. It's all mine and Brett 11 next to Human Chandelier as well. You have any idea? Go ahead, Brett. Go ahead.
Real quick. Okay, so Tony Terry, I'm wondering if you could do me a quick favor. My mentor / godmom is Christine Devine from Fox 11 News, and her birthday is today. So I'm wondering if you could sing with me "Happy Birthday." Maybe I do a line and you do a line.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
so I'll start it off.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Yeah.
Happy birthday, dear Christine Devine.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Christine Devine.
Happy birthday, Christine Devine.
Wow.
Yesterday, so happy birthday to me too.
Happy birthday to you too.
Thanks, Tony Terry.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Tony Terry, yeah, man. That's a tough act to follow, man. I just want a simple drop from you to say that that you're listening to the radio show. I don't know, that pales in comparison to what we just did, but go ahead, man. Yeah, you say your name. You listen to the radio show for me.
You listen to the radio show.
Hold on, yeah. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Hey, yo, what's up? This your man, Tony Terry, and you are listening to the radio show.
Cool. There it is, y'all. Tony Terry in the building, making it happen for us right here inside of Move the Crowd, y'all. We got music reviews coming up in just a little bit. Tony's going to do the other thing with Brett 11X. She'll probably come back as well. And we going to make it happen tonight, man. Strictly independent hip-hop and R&B music at its finest. Thanks again for Tony Terry joining us, man. We love always, man.
Peace and love, man.
Definitely. You got any idea when that song's gonna air? Any idea?
Well, we're just starting it. We're just starting, putting it together now. So it won't be until next year.
Okay, next year.
It takes a long time to put together an episode. So, first they want to find the angle of the story that they want to tell.
Okay.
And then they started, putting the people in that they want to interview. So then we got to collect the people and all that kind of stuff. So it's a process.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. But definitely, we look forward to seeing that because I'm a big Unsung fan. So I will definitely be watching for sure.
For sure. That's what's up.
Definitely.
Thank you, my man.
No problem. Tony Terry, y'all. More to come. The radio show.